Strong. Good job. Back and touch. Nice. Work it, people. Touch. Touch. Good job. And if you want to get brave, you can even do a little bit to the side. You can practice that.
Sunday afternoon at the Total Woman Show, and the audience is all hands for motivational speaker Deb Loyd. With a background in theater arts, this Waterloo storyteller and humorist believes in the power of laughter for rediscovering the joy of life.
Nice, good job. And then show me.
It's humor people can relate to. Weight Watchers.
I get on the scale and I'm thinking, okay, this is okay. So I stand on one foot, kind of thinking that's going to help. And I think this light thought, and I hold my breath. And then the gal across goes, in this most sweet voice, "You've gained 2 pounds." And you're like, ah!
Menopause.
You know what? When I start having those hot flashes, I'm telling you, the whole family, they run. They can just tell. Wyatt, our son, he looks at me and I'm like, ah! Ah! I get this kind of wild eye, ah! And he says, Mom's having a hot flash, hit the deck!
Grocery checkout.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Well, this kid dropped all the groceries and the blood completely drained from his face.
Calming your kid at the dentist office.
So I'm holding on to Wyatt. And I was so verklempt. I was like, "Oh, it's okay, honey." And I was kind of rocking, and I said, "You're Mommy's big boy. You're Mommy's big boy." And then there's this silence in the room, and even the kids stopped crying. And the dentist clears his throat and goes, Mrs. Loyd, I don't know how to tell you this, and I don't know if this is really helping Wyatt or not, but I just want to tell you that feels really good. Oh my gosh, I've been kissing up and down the dentist's arm. I thought it was the kid's head, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been making...
Audiences love her.
I thought it was wonderful, very enlightening. She's a bundle of energy, and it was nice seeing the reaction of everybody around her.
The person had a lot of energy.
I think she's hilarious, and I think it's so great when a woman can bring all that sort of female stuff to the stage, make it fun, make it light, and make everybody sort of understand that we're all in the same boat together.
It was great. I haven't laughed like that in a long time.
Well, I think it lets younger women know kind of what their mums or their aunties are going through, knows what's maybe going to come up for them, and it's not so bad after all.
I saw people of all ages in the audience, and they all were busting a gut. They were having a great time, and I think she connected with everybody.
It entailed all ages, all children, all the way through men and women.
And particularly, I think, for men who have the wives or maybe mums also going through something, to just remember that we're all in the same boat together, and they can be really supportive. I think she really brings it to the forefront, so it becomes amusing and poignant rather than something hard to talk about.
You know, we're a different gender, but we all have, I think, the same kind of feelings and emotions and the same sense of humor.
They were absolutely on board. I'm sure they can relate with their wives and girlfriends and mothers.
The highlights are just general life experiences.
I think they all got a little bit of an insight as to how women think and work, and that was really good.
Nothing better than a husband story, so the old Jimmy Loyd stories are always fun, and her great accent imitating him.
It's tough. It's crazy, but true. Well, you know, JL, Jimmy Loyd, yeah, he'll come up to me and say, Dan, when do you think this is going to be over? I said, well, you know what, honey? When I know a date, I'll let you know, okay?
I like the mother-in-law stories. Dora Bueller. That was priceless.
Dora Bueller, Weatherby Loyd, my dearly departed Texan mother-in-law. She lived to be the ripe old age of 95. She passed away a couple of years ago. And when I lived in Texas, I learned so much from this woman. We would hang out a lot, and she was a smart gal. And sometimes we talk about menopause, and she'd say, Deb, I'm just going to tell you something right now, honey. She said, really? I'm going to tell you the real meaning of menopause is pause from men. Yeah.
And it was very, very funny. Very funny.
It was fun, and we did laugh very hard.
100 times over. I think she's wonderful, and she's like the Little Red Rush of Canada, I think. She's got that sort of way of putting it out there, making it about herself, but we all can relate.
I think people should see her and come and enjoy her shows. She has a lot to give. Lots of high energy.
And it's always good to laugh.
I just think she should be speaking to everybody everywhere. I think Deb's just wonderful.
You know what? I'm beyond getting embarrassed these days. Life's too short, that's what I have to say.
And when all else fails, don't overlook the power of a red nose.
If there's, the old grouches at work, just put this on. The thing is, when you put on a clown nose, no matter what's going down, somebody goes, we need to talk. Listen, I want to talk to you today. And you're like, okay, I think we should talk. Put that nose on, you're like, okay, and what was it you were going to say? Just something about it. You know what, my friends? Life is short. It's kind of like a roll of toilet paper, right? The closer it gets to the end, the faster it goes. Isn't it the truth? Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming today. What a great group!
Deb Loyd, inspiring audiences with a passion for humor.